So in my pursuit to be a little more Viking each and every day, I am making myself a chainmail vest. And when I say I am making a chainmail vest, I mean my wife will be making me a chainmail vest because I am too ADD for that. I am, however, making the rings. It's actually kind of a fun process. You just take some galvanized wire, 16 gauge in this case, you slot it into a dowel that you then spin with a motorized drill to create a sort of spring down the length. You then clip it off, and then you cut the rings out a few at a time. Bought myself a cable cutter, which is a kind of a narrower head to it, so that I could cut more than one ring out at a time, because otherwise that was going to take forever. This thin wire, this 16 gauge wire, is actually pretty correct to the thickness of the wire that they would have used, though they would have had to make wire in an incredibly arduous, time-consuming process that I thankfully don't have to go through. But they would have used a thinner interior diameter ring. These half-inch rings are a little wide. They would have used 0.3 or a quarter-inch rings, but I'm going with larger ones so that this takes less time. Because, yeah, I'm not trying to be that accurate. Just kind of have some kind of fun. They actually would have riveted these rings together. They actually would have overlapped the rings by a little bit, and then flattened them out with a piston or a punch, and then punched a hole through, and then actually riveted them in to make them incredibly resilient and tough. That's one of the reasons why they were able to use such thin metal, because iron was very expensive at the time, and so any kind of steel would have just been way too expensive to use as much as they would need to make a thicker wire. But I am doing it the butted way, which is when you just fold the two ends together and butt them together with a pair of pliers, because ain't nobody got time for that.